Flags, songs, drama, and glitter. If it's Eurovision, we've got it covered. This is Put It Away! Hello, dear Eurovision listeners, and welcome back to Put It Away and the Ep.05. It is your weekly Eurovision fix on news, nostalgia, and a touch of beautiful chaos. And I think that this episode should be called like that. Patrick Fiori and the Others.
Do you really think this is the title of our episode?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so from Nicosia's Islands to the Parisian nostalgia and the Rumours factory of Rome and Sanremo, I think we've got plenty to unpack.
But before we jump in, let's see last week's quiz.
Well, last week's quiz was about the countries which have received the lowest score from the public when they were hosting the Eurovision. And I gave you a hint, actually, that you don't need to go back in time. Because the answer is, drum roll please. Well, it's actually 3. And it's Switzerland last year in 2025, the Netherlands in 2021, and Austria in 2015. All of them received 0 points from the public.
Oh.
Which was quite the surprise, especially for Switzerland last year, isn't it?
Do you remember all of us waiting for Switzerland's score, and we hoped that either she got a very high score or a very low score, so each one of them could be a surprise winner, because Israel was in lead and many thought that we were rooting back in Tel Aviv.
Well, let's give a secret. Me and you, we knew that Austria would win after the 0 points of Switzerland. However, when we were expecting for Switzerland, we're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? But we heard the 0 points and we were like, ooh, that's rough. Like hosting the Eurovision and, welcoming all the countries and the people and rooting for each and everyone to do well in the competition. And you get the 0 points? Is that the thank you from the public?
Exactly. And I thought nobody considered Switzerland to receive 0 points.
Exactly. And especially being second after the jury's vote, it was quite the surprise.
Put it away.
But okay, I think we have analyzed that enough because, all right, end of October, we don't have any artist yet. Do you know how painful that is for a Eurofan?
We don't have any artist until this time we record this episode.
Yes, okay, let's put the disclaimer here because this is important. Okay, it's the calm before the storm of the November storm, but will we have a November storm actually? Because I really think that all countries are expecting the General Assembly of the EBU in December in order to start announcing or letting us know about their future plans regarding Eurovision.
Well, last week, in our previous episode, we mentioned that Cyprus was about to announce their representative because Josephine and Yorgos Peris were the 2 final artists, and even a Greek journalist, Yorgos Liagas, mentioned in his daily TV show that Josephine was the one who was to represent Cyprus in Eurovision 2026, but then Rick came with a response and denied all those rumors, claiming that they are heading to a decision, but they have not reached one yet. So we have to be a little more patient.
And for those of you who are not Greek-speaking, you should know that RIK means the Cypriot Broadcasting Corporation, which is the national channel of Cyprus. But honestly, this keeps on happening every year with Cyprus, isn't it? I mean, we hear Eleni Foureira, we hear other artists, Josephine, Evangelia, many women who are about to represent Cyprus, or the fans want them to represent Cyprus, or the Greek fans want them to represent Cyprus, to be more precise. And then we don't have any confirmation. Now we had the denial from the Cypriot Broadcaster Corporation, which is quite important. I mean, when a national broadcaster comes out and says that, we deny everything, we didn't say anything, we haven't made our decision yet, this is important. And it's quite stressful, in my opinion, because you keep on applying pressure to a channel to announce someone, and they may not want to. They may have, any NDA agreements or whatever in order to, keep silent until a certain point.
Do you believe that Rick will eventually choose one of these two rumored artists?
I honestly don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I know that Josephine wants to go to Eurovision. She doesn't want to participate in the national final, as we analyzed in the previous episode. However, I really have no idea what they have behind their minds and what is going on in general. I think that now Cyprus is more occupied with junior Eurovision because they also participate there, so it's very close.
So let's see what the next days will bring to us.
Put it away.
As you mentioned in the beginning of this episode, the title will be Patrick Fiori and the Others, something like this?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so the floor is yours. I expect you to say everything about this unexpected announcement.
Actually, it was quite unexpected, oh my God. Well, Patrick Fiori, he represented France back in 1993 with the song Mama Corsica. And it was quite a memorable entry because it was sang in Corsican language, and it was quite unexpected from France not to sing in French in Eurovision. And who is Patrick Fiori, who has said that he is about to represent Armenia, not in Eurovision 2026, but in Eurovision 2027.
Quite an early announcement.
Indeed. And without Armenia having announced the artist for 2026.
Yes, that's the awkward thing.
And the most interesting, actually. So, this person represented France, but he has also Armenian roots. He was born in Marseille in 1969 with the name Patrick Chouchayan, which is quite the Armenian name. He has an Armenian father and a mother from Corsica. He grew up between Marseille and Ajaccio, and his family fled from the Armenian genocide, and he started singing at the age of 12 after the encouragement from Frank Fernandel.
So this is why he participated in Eurovision 1993 with a song Mama Corsica. It was a clear reference to his mother.
Exactly, and the language that he probably speaks from his mother too.
I see, like Amori Vasili in 2011?
Yes, in 2011. Well, a lot of people also expected that Amori Vasili would go better, but that didn't happen.
Put it away.
So, about Patrick Fiori, let's continue about him. By his teen years, he was opening for Gilles Montagnier and Barry White, and in 1992, before participating in Eurovision, he won the Fenouillet Song Contest, which got him noticed by François Valéry and France 2, Marie-France Pierre.
So everybody thought that he would be the ideal proposal from France back in 1993 after his success last year.
Probably yes, because they picked him to represent France in 1993, as we said, with the song Mama Corsica. It was a song bilingual in French and in Corsican, and it was the first time that Corsican was heard in Eurovision. This is the most interesting hint.
So, in this extraordinary Eurovision Song Contest in tiny Mill Street of Ireland, we had the chance to hear for the first time Corsican language in Eurovision stage.
And also combined with orchestra, mandolins, and 2 backing singers, and finishing 4th.
Oh, what an impressive result.
Exactly. And also gaining 12 points from Denmark and Portugal. And after Eurovision, Patrick Fiori has released 12 studio albums, 1 live album, 1 compilation, and he has become a household name in France.
And after after so much success, why does he want to participate in 2027, not with France, but with Armenia?
Well, maybe he wants to pay back the roots of his father the second time he participates in Eurovision. Because the first time it was close to his mother, and now maybe he wants something closer to his father.
Well done, Patrick.
Put it away.
But I have a question for you here. If Patrick Fiori says that he will represent Armenia in 2027, does that mean that Armenia has already chosen its artists for 2026?
Maybe they haven't chosen their artists yet, but maybe they root for a national final like last year. Maybe they have some other plans. They have approached some other artists and they are in negotiations with them and they are looking forward for an answer.
Well, you're right on this. Maybe yes, maybe not. As we said in the beginning, we don't have any clues about what the countries are up to, what they have decided, if they're going to host national finals or not. So yeah, it's all in the air.
Who knows? Maybe we will have the chance to see System of a Down in Eurovision stage in Vienna.
Put it away.
I think you should keep dreaming. Anyway, I think that we're done with Patrick Fiori for now, because this is going to be the absolute comeback. Sorry, Sanna Nielsen, but it will be the great comeback. It's going to be after 34 years if he comes back to Eurovision.
Wow.
Brilliant. Okay, let's move to La Bella Italia, your favorite country, as we have said many times, because apart from Patrick Fiori, we had the first kind of official rumors about Sanremo 2026.
Well, actually, we're about 1 month before the official announcement of the artists that are going to participate in the big category in Sanremo. As last year, the young artists category will be completely separated from the big category, so everybody in Italy is looking forward to what is going to be the actual lineup of Sanremo 2026. A lot of rumors are circulating based on what is said in one of the biggest sites related to music in Italy, All Music Italia, the credits go to this. They have gathered all the potential names and in my opinion the lineup is gonna be impressive.
More impressive than 2024?
Well, actually I don't know if it's gonna be more impressive, but a lot of strong contenders will be on the race to win Sanremo 2026.
Well, I see here the rumored list and I'm quite interested.
Do you want to read us the names?
I could. Why not? Let me try also my Italian language skills, because I've tried the Albanian ones and I've tried others as well, I think. So yeah, why not? So here we go. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Wise, Alpha, Angelina Mango, Anna Tantagnello, California, Carl Brave, Cristiano De André, Elettra Lamborghini, Elodie and Arcomi, Emma, Emanolde Emota, Enrico Nigiotti, Ermal Meta, Fra Quintale, Fred De Palma, Fulminacci, Gemelli Diversi with Federica Abate, Leo Gassman, Levante, Luce, Madame, Malika Ayan, Mara Satei, Marco Massini and Fedez, Knight, Patti Bravo, Sal Da Vinci, San Giovanni, Serena Brancale, Tedua, 13 Peters, Tropico, Venerus, and Absolute Zero. And this is absolutely insane. Wow.
My first thought when I read this list was that why so many women? Well, actually, we know that female artists are not as recognized, let's say, as they would in Sanremo, but this lineup contains a lot of female artists and a lot of brilliant female artists. Well, Levante, Elodie, Elettra Lamborghini, Mara Satei, Malika Ayane. Well, so many female artists with quite an impressive career in Italy. And don't forget about Angelina Mango, of course.
I mean, we already see three previous representatives, Angelina Mango, Emma, and Ermal Meta, that they all went for Italy in Eurovision. We have Fedez, who participated also last year with a song that I really liked, and he is kind of in his very, let's say, good time of success, for obvious reasons. I mean, it's half of the Italian music industry here.
Yes, it is. And for me, as I read the names without knowing anything about the potential songs, this duo with Fedez and Marco Massini would be absolutely insane.
Should I also comment on Elodie and Arconi?
Well, actually, they are two artists that come from quite different genres, but I believe that their result will be quite interesting, let's say.
And you haven't said anything about Alpha yet.
Well, Alpha is my favorite. I want desperately to see him in Eurovision stage. He has so much energy. He's so talented. Well, him and Levante, if she has a really good song, will be my favorite this year.
Well, and imagine if it was Ultimo, who was also participating.
Well, Ultimo. Let him take a rest, enjoy the birth of his child, enjoy the sold-out concerts that he's giving all around Italy, and let him get back in Sanremo 2027, and why not in Eurovision 2027, competing against Patrick Fiori.
Put it away.
I haven't thought about this. That would be amazing. Indeed. And also a very last comment on the Sanremo names. I'm very, very, very happy that I see Angelina Mango there, because after Eurovision 2024, she took a step back from her music career. Although she's way young, way too young, she was suffering from depression, as she made it known in her social media accounts, and it's very encouraging to see young people coming back after this hard time that they potentially are going through.
Well, participating in Eurovision is not an easy task. And for me, hats off to all those artists that are dedicated to compete in Eurovision Song Contest and get the best of this experience.
All right, that was all for Italy for now. Shall we go a bit north? Maybe way too north? Up to Estonia north?
So north.
Yes, that north. All right, Eesti Laul submissions are closed, and we know that 171 songs were submitted. And let's see if any song would be close to Espresso Macchiato. Because after the third place, the stances are very high for Estonia. At least in my view, huh?
Early guess? No. But every artist has its own potential, so let's wait for the songs, and who knows, maybe a new Espresso Macchiato or a new whatever. It's going to be as good as Estonia's last year participation in Eurovision.
Okay, the final will be held on February 14th. Okay, so February 14th is a very nice date. Instead of going out with your loved one and have a nice dinner, to watch the national finals, because we will have more national finals, as we already mentioned in previous episodes. For example, Supernova, the neighbors of Estonia, are going to host their national final in February 14th. And yeah.
For me, it seems like a conspiracy against all those restaurant owners who would expect their places to be full of couples in love, and in the end they will get no reservations because everyone would stay at home and watch. Well, there are so plenty of options of national finals.
Let's see, maybe the takeouts are going to be very rich that day. Well, 12 songs are going to be competing in the final of Eesti Laul, and the winner will be chosen by a jury public combination, and then we will have the well-known super final with the public only voting.
Put it away!
One country that breaks this romantic rule, let's say, is Austria.
Okay, what's going on with Austria?
Austria is going to hold a national final this year to determine the representative of the host country, and they have announced that their national final will take place in February 20th.
Okay, that's good. I mean, how many national finals we will have on February 14th?
Yeah, but how many screens does anyone supposed to have to watch everything in the same time?
That split screen is gonna go very much in fashion. Anyway, the brand new national final is called Vienna Calling, and it has already smashed the expectations because over 400 songs have been submitted before the deadline of the 15th of October.
Over 400?
Yes. Okay, it's not Melodifestivalen, but it's very much close to Melodifestivalen compared to other countries.
For me, it's an unexpected, huge number.
I think it's because Austria is hosting next year. They won last year. They're very much eager to, organize this whole thing. And let's be honest, we haven't had an Austrian national final for many years, no?
Well, for the last years, they were selecting their representatives through internal selection, and this gave them the victory last year. So it was something that worked properly.
Exactly. And I think that we should be expecting something very good from Austria, and we really hope that they're not going to get 0 points like they did in 2015, right? As hosts.
Well, it was quite unfair, these 0 points back in 2015.
Yeah, maybe I would give them 2 points.
Only 2?
It wasn't my favorite. I didn't like it very much.
Okay, I liked the staging, the fires, the song itself.
Boomer.
Put it away.
Anyway, shall we move on to their neighbors, Germany?
What about Germany?
Well, Germany has some maybe sad news to share for the fans because, as we got to know last week, no Stefan Raab this time for Germany.
No Stefan Raab. Well, he was the soul behind last year's participation.
I know, and his hopes were very high with Baller, but apparently it wasn't very enough to end up in the top 10 placing. However, it's a smashing hit. But this year, Stefan Raab is not coming back.
And what's the reason behind this decision?
Well, the ARD's program director, Christine Strobel, she told DWDL that the 2025 collaboration with Stefan Raab and RTL, which is the national channel, which is a member of the EBU for Germany, and it was a one-off experiment because the deal, according to her words, was based on Germany winning 2025, which did not happen.
So, if Germany won actually Eurovision in 2025, the collaboration with Stefan Raab will continue?
Probably yes. Maybe this is what they expected, and this is why they called him, to actually get into this thing and organize the national final, find good songs that they have the potential to win, and yeah.
Okay, what they did? Well, I think Baller was quite a good song for competing in Eurovision 2025, but you can't be sure that you have found the right song to win a contest like Eurovision. So many elements have to be aligned so to achieve a win in a Eurovision Song Contest.
Well, this is true. However, maybe Germany sees it completely differently. And I think that after the quite unhopeful results of the past years, they are fixated in coming back to, top 10 placings, top 5 placings, even victories again. Because Germany has won only twice the contest. So it's not that they have the biggest experience in winning, however, they would really like to win again. And because the contest is actually moving around Central Europe, I mean, we saw Switzerland winning, Austria winning. It was I think it's kind of expected,
Yes, but there's always this other side of the coin. You can get the last place, as usual, because Germany in the recent years are not doing so well in Eurovision, to be honest.
I think Isaac in 2024 was the turning point for them.
Mm-hmm.
What a voice. What a voice.
And what a staging.
Mm-hmm. It was very interesting. Anyway, so now SWR is taking over for a fresh approach in the national final. The artists had submit their entries until October 22nd, which has now passed. And the national final will air in late February on Das Erste, which is one of the German channels.
I keep this late February because I don't want any other national final to take place in February 14.
Okay, no more February 14 national finals. Thank you.
Yes, there are so many dates in February.
How many Super Saturdays are gonna live as Eurofans? Oh my god. Yeah, this late February could be something. And this late February could be February 21st, February 28th. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So many Saturdays. And there are even more Fridays as well.
Exactly. I mean, we have one Friday from Austria, which is going to be February 20th. So February 21st could be Germany.
Exactly. From one neighbor country to another.
Mm-hmm. And from one German language to another.
Put it away.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice connection.
Thank you.
And let's move on to another half German country.
You see where's the connection? Nice one. I like it too.
Mm-hmm.
So, our favorite Luxembourg, which is not boycotting the Eurovision.
Yes, they stated this explicitly that if there's gonna be eventually a vote about Israel's participation, they will not boycott Eurovision 2026.
Well, it's important to say that Luxembourg came back after so many years in 2024 with Tali, which has Israeli origin. And I'm quite interested to see how this is going to evolve. Last year they had one of my favorite songs, La Poupée monte le son, and Laura Thorne is an amazing artist. I got to meet her in Amsterdam in Eurovision in concert, and she's very, very, very sweet and very kind soul, as well as her team. And I'm really excited to see what Luxembourg is going to bring next year, because tomorrow, on October 30th, we're going to learn the finalist of Luxembourg Song Contest.
Well, in the previous days, a jury consisted of 5 members, among them Elsie Bay, the well-known artist from Norway, who has sent songs all across Europe trying to participate in Eurovision Song Contest, and achieving this last year with Cyprus entry. We'll hear the songs, the 83 songs that have been submitted for Luxembourg's national selection from a total of 58 artists via live auditions, and They will select the competing entries for Luxembourg's national final.
And this jury consists of Elsie Bay, Paul Jordan, Karin Gunnarsson, Gilsley Berg, and Ludovic Alexandre Vidal.
Quite north, the consistence of this jury from Luxembourg.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't expect that Luxembourg would send something Mediterranean style, if you ask me. But okay, the auditions are ongoing. We're gonna hear the names and the participants tomorrow, so stay tuned. And in our next episode, we're gonna analyze everything.
Okay, but before we wrap up for this episode, what's left?
What's left?
The new quiz.
Hey, shouldn't we discuss more about Patrick Fiori, please?
How much more?
I don't know.
Okay, let's add a little bit of Patrick Fiori in every episode, so to keep you satisfied.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. No, I mean, it was a very wholesome episode as well. We have Patrick Fiori, we have the rumored names for Sanremo, we have Austria breaking record, we have Stefan Raab who is not coming back, we have Luxembourg that we're expecting, and we also have Estonia to see if they can live up to the potential of Tommy Cash. And yeah, let's move on to the quiz. What's this week's quiz, Costa?
Put it away.
Which country holds the record for the most times finishing second at Eurovision without ever winning the contest itself?
Wow, I don't know the answer.
Let me give you a hint. No UK.
Yeah, okay, of course, because UK has won 5 times and has been second 16, 17 times. And they've hosted like 7, 8 times the contest. So I don't know. Okay, I'm going to search that, guys, because I don't know it either. I mean, Kostas is quite hard when it comes to the quiz. And, okay, he has knowledge, but yeah, we, the simple Eurofans, sometimes we are kind of lost. That was all for today, guys. Thank you very much for listening to the episode, and yeah.
That's all, folks. The show is over, the points are counted. Until next week, don't forget to...
Put it away. Put it away.